Hey Teroxx, welcome to our weekly crypto news and market update video, and today we will talk about some fundamental stuff and the uptrend in Bitcoin. Issuing a digital euro or cash plus is probably a duty, French central banker says. On a meeting, he said that we've seen that due to the acquisition of Credit Suisse by UBS raised new questions about reliable crisis resolution, but that the European regulations and supervising for keeping its banking system safe is working. And now he said the framework for the ECB to provide euro system resolution liquidity has yet to be built. But as everything is becoming digital, why should central bank money be the only thing to remain in paper? What he wants to say is that the digital euro will come. The central banks will not have no intention to own private accounts, but it's a very positive view on fundamental stuff regarding digital assets, because the digital euro will come, and this is what digital assets are doing since 10 or 15 years. So this is, so to speak, hopping on a train, doing your own thing, but still using, so to speak, the same vehicle, and this is fundamentally strong for digital assets. BlackRock Bitcoin ETF spot was around in the news the last week everywhere. But QCP capital sell, it's unlikely in near term. As long as the SEC is presented by Gensler, there will be a roadblock for Bitcoin ETF. And that obvious thing that the SEC is doing is against digital assets at the moment, and this is why QCP says as long as Gary Gensler is there won't be any Bitcoin ETF. What's quite interesting is that BlackRock already sent 576 applications to the SEC and just have seen one rejection. So if the SEC will reject this one, it's completely clear that they are not doing it because they don't want anything to happen, but that they are really willed that something is not happen. So then it will be shown that this is nothing to do with BlackRock, but it's again the digital assets, and this is something we need to take a look on. And maybe Gary Gensler won't survive in his job with doing so, but for the moment it seems like that the SEC is holding strong against digital assets. Digital assets are not caring about it. The price has gained more than 20% since this news. Banning crypto may not be effective in the long run, says the IWF. The IWF is quite powerful, and he said now that we need regulations, and like in countries like Brazil, Argentina, Colombia and Ecuador, with governments were in progress for looking for a good digital asset regulations are good, and that this is something that most central banks in the region as well considering digital currencies and adoption and stuff like this. So now saying that CBDCs will strengthen everything and that there will be a future for everything, but that forbid something or banning crypto is not effective in the long run, and that please the governments should care for good regulations as well. Here a quite positive and fundamental strong news for digital assets. Bitcoin traders eyes now 28k retracement as Bitcoin price retains, how I said, the 20% gains. We will take a look on Bitcoin shortly, and I don't want to talk about all this news over here. But what's interesting is that the price seems to be stalling a bit, which suggests we may get some dip buying opportunities soon. Watching 29 and 28k in Bitcoin, personally ready to bid if we get there. So the price volatility is no exception to norm. Due to this, the 30-day Bitcoin high and low price range can be utilized as a precise indicator for detecting income volatility, with the most recent rally no exception. And this rally over here, and if you see the latest rallies, it was always high volatile and it was always positive after. So here we can now see that we may entering a bull market. How I said, always play safe, don't risk too much. But what we really can see over here is that there could be now a long-lasting push in the market, especially in Bitcoin, due to the BlackRock Bitcoin ETF application. And this pushed the market and Bitcoin was the weekly winner, nearly 15%, while all the others were green as well, but only one digit. And this is as well visible in the market cap. Started with around 1 trillion, now hanging around 1.18, so uptrend of 18% in the market, with one and then a smaller uptrend. And this we as well can see in Bitcoin. We started this week with our support at 26,200, and then the market waved up with one strong and a second wave. And if you're taking a look on the first wave, it's quite impressive, because all the local resistances in between were just killed. We've just went straight upward to the region of around 30,500. We've then saw a consolidation phase and then an uptrend, leading to a positivity in Bitcoin of nearly 19% in 1 week, with a good resistance building opportunity at 31,200. With then, and this was on Friday, because how I said, the BlackRock news were not that new, and then on Monday and Tuesday, as the world markets opened, as people, investment companies saw the opportunities, the market rose. So quite interesting that here we see the push a little bit later than expected, but stronger than expected as people entered the market. We've now this resistance, and what's interesting is we haven't seen any huge downtrends. It means that we have now a consolidation range which could lead to positivity at the end, breaking through this resistance, flying to 32 or even higher, or breaking low below this resistance at 29k, and then there is, so to speak, a vacuum until 26,200. So then here we need to have a new calculation where good supports are established, how deep it will go, but for the moment it won't seem that Bitcoin will show huge weakness in the next hours or days. If you're now entering the market, play safe with a tight stop loss to not risk a lot of money, because the downtrend or the possible downtrend is as well big always after such a move. But for the moment, the positivity in the market is there, and this was the biggest gain in the quarter, and it was not the easiest one. I hope you like this video. If you do so, I would love you to comment, like, or share this video, and we will hear us next time when it comes to weekly crypto news and market update provided by Teroxx.